stop to watch us go through. You know, I suppose it's a bit of a poser's car really at the time, but yeah, it's enjoyable. It's good fun.
Now, although a while back I actually lined up the tub on the chassis to get it all completely symmetrical about the axles, and then I just put a couple of fixings in to hold it in place while I was doing the doors and things. Now it's the job of actually fixing the tub down permanently. That involves some nuts and bolts at the front and along the sills, but involves using these pop fixers around here in the bulkhead and behind where the seats go and in the boot. So you drill through both the tub and the bulkhead. There goes the little popper in. My next job is to fit the petrol filler cap, a very nice bit of chrome kit. And to do that, I need one of those, two of those, one of those, one of these, and of course, one of these. Let me show you how all this goes together. This plate here will screw into the bodywork in the right position above the tank, the inlet into the tank. This will screw on the top, which is obviously the lid, which will shut like so. Then from underneath, on top of the tank, will come that pipe, which will fix on through the bodywork, and then it will be held together with one of these fasteners like that. Very easy to do outside of the car. A lot more difficult when you're working under here. Now, first job is to measure where the centre hole is going to go to be able to drill through the bodywork like that. Now get this wrong and I'm going to have to order a new body. That's 10.5. Yeah, keeping that vertical. 10.5 plus the pipe is 5 centimetres diameter. Half of that is 2.5 plus 10.5, 13 from this edge. Can somebody mark this for me, please?
Do a line across.
Yeah, nice line across, okay. How am I supposed to use that? This is a judgment by eye to make sure that we're going to cut the hole in the right place from this direction. So I'm just lining up the edge of this straight edge with one side of that filler inlet, putting a line there, and then I'll do the same on this side. This is not a very precise science, as you can see, but the idea is that if I can mark up on here the two edges of the pipe, these two lines should be 5 centimetres apart, which is the width of the pipe. That's that, and there's the original line. So in theory, X marks the spot. Well, that's it for part one. Join me after the break when I summon up the courage to find out whether the bit I've cut out is exactly over the petrol tank. Welcome back to A Car Is Born. I'm at the point of drilling holes in this body, and I find it a very nerve-wracking experience, it has to be said, because if I get it wrong, then I've got to ditch the whole thing. I've just cut out a hole for where the petrol filler pipe will go through the bodywork, but I can't bear to look, so put me out of my misery. Please tell me, is it in the right place?
Looks all right to me.
Yeah? Spot on. Will the pipe fit? That's the question. Oh, yeah, it goes through the body. And the big thing is it going to go? Oh, you beauty! Oh, yes! Absolutely spot on! I can now mark it for the bit of chrome on the top. but I don't actually have to fix it because obviously it's got to go off to be sprayed first. I've just cut this pipe to length because I need to be able to now place this over the top of it to mark the holes to fix that to the body. So I need to put this back in. It should be completely flush with the body. And then this will sit in there. Now, the temptation is to go, oh, that looks lovely, line that all up so these four are all nice and square. You drill the hole and then you forget that actually the top piece screws on like this, and you might end up with the latch being in a funny position. So we need to screw it on, see where it gets to. Not good, I'd say. In fact, very bad. So you can take it off, and when you buy this piece, it does come with some washers. You can pop one washer, get off in here, like so. And that, well, you could get away with it like that, couldn't you? I think it ought to be more like that, so we turn the whole thing round. Like this. And then that'll be nearly right. The next job is to put the boot in place. I need to stick this sealant strip on, or push it on first. It goes that way. This is just a press fit all the way around. It doesn't need to be fit perfectly because it is going to come off again before spraying, so that'll be fine. The boot lid then just drops in place, and I've already put in the handle and the lock down here so I can fix the rear end of it. Then it's a case of lining it up very much by eye. See, that's right.